Our Misha Berach prayer has never felt more important. As day after day, I hear more and more people struggling to stay healthy and happy during these unique times. And I feel like it is so important now more than ever to pray and seek health and happiness and joy wherever we can find it. I was reminded of this the other day when someone in our community was sharing with me their prayer for the new year. They said that they prayed to God every night and every morning that in the coming year, they may have a fat bank account and a thin body. A little surprised, I said, okay, and asked why they were sharing it with me. And they told me they needed my help to make sure God understood, because last year, it seems God mixed the two up. Sorry, it's a silly rabbi joke. I hope you laughed. The truth is, though, I was speaking yesterday with a congregant who reminded me of how important it is for us to try to keep laughing. Because of this, I wanted to share with you all a little bit about when I began my recent vacation. You see, I came up with a list of all the things I was going to accomplish during my time away from work. It started with books to read that would help inspire the High Holy Day sermons I need to write, and the service outlines to create, and the calls to make. And I was prepared to use this time in a really meaningful and productive way when suddenly a good friend told me that I was apparently failing at vacation. She and others encouraged me to stop trying to be productive and to focus on just being present and being happy, finding some mindless laughter, letting go. How? I asked. Things are so difficult and so strange. Nothing feels mindless or relaxing. That's when a friend and former congregant suggested I try to download an app called TikTok. For those who don't know, TikTok is a social media platform with short videos that are intended to make you smile and laugh. Author Michael Schulman briefly compares this trend with other social media platforms in an article in The Atlantic, writing, while Facebook is for sharing baby pictures, Twitter is for political ranting, and Instagram is for showing off how popular you are, TikTok has a certain silly simplicity. It's a forum where you can dance in your living room, lip sync bad jokes, capture animal antics, and share other slivers of your personal life. Now, I want to acknowledge for a minute that I know this platform has taken on some political baggage as of late. So please know I'm not trying to encourage or defend its use. I'm just sharing with you my story of how I came to embrace frivolity on my vacation. You see, I begrudgingly downloaded the app, and within minutes, some of these videos had me laughing out loud. They had me crying. I was laughing so hard. They had me running over to Matt every few minutes, feeling the need to share them and share the laughter. They even, in one circumstance, inspired me to try one of the hysterical challenges on the app. It worked. I was taking time off. I was experiencing joy. I should have been really excited. But the truth is, my time on TikTok also brought me an extreme sense of guilt. I felt like I was wasting my time, my single most precious resource, and that was very difficult for me. Especially when reading our Haftorah portion for the Shabbat, when I hear the voice of the prophet Isaiah asking, why do you spend your money on that which is not bread and your labor on what does not satisfy? Isaiah is challenging the people who long for happiness to stop spending their resources on amusements, saying it would not bring them true satisfaction. Reading this in light of my vacation, though, I decided I needed to research and learn if amusement was indeed frivolous or if it was important and worth our resources. I learned some very interesting facts about human happiness. Professor of positive psychology Sonia Lebaum-Irsky says that apparently 50% of our happiness is actually determined by our genes. And all those things that people think relate to happiness, such as our job, our health, our financial well-being, they only account for about 10% of our happiness. 10%. The big takeaway is that the remaining 40% is determined by intentional behaviors, the things we choose to do over and over again. Rabbi Daniel Groper explores this realm of the things we choose to do and explains that all of our actions can be understood as having either extrinsic or intrinsic rewards. He writes that extrinsic rewards are things like money, image, status, and intrinsic rewards refer to things like personal growth, relationships, a desire to help. Studies found that those who focus their energies on these extrinsic success tended to feel more depressed, and those who focused on intrinsic goals felt the opposite. The truth is, most of our societal norms uphold the value of finding and experiencing extrinsic success. We're taught that true success is financial and professional gain. That can leave other experiential pursuits to feel like a waste of time. However, modern science shows that rather than wasting time, focusing your energy and resources on experiences that bring you joy is the best thing any of us can do for ourselves. Can you remember the last thing you did that brought you joy? When was the last time you laughed out loud? Science supports that laughter has many health-related benefits, such as improving circulation, reducing stress, relieving pain from the release of endorphins, and even helping to burn calories from the increase in heart rate. Though it might sound to many type A, result-oriented, driven individuals that spending your life just being present or being silly is a waste of time, we as Jews do know that taking the time to just be is essential to our joy. Tonight we sang, thank you, Hazan, Yismechu v'malchutacha shomrei Shabbat. Those who keep Shabbat rejoice in Shabbat. I'd like to suggest that Shabbat is the ultimate lesson that lacking productivity does not mean time is wasted. On the contrary, time spent unplugged, truly resting from work and that which brings us stress is essential for all, even God. And Shabbat is just the beginning. There are lots of ways Judaism teaches the importance of allowing time for joy, for sharing laughter, and increasing happiness. In the Talmud, we encounter an interesting story of our sages asking Elijah if anyone in the marketplace will merit the reward of the world to come. Elijah points out two individuals. Afterwards, the sages approach them, curious what they do that allows them to merit this ultimate reward. We learn they're comedians. They lift people's spirits through their humor. From this fantastic story, we see comedians being held up as truly doing holy work. And we learn that humor and laughter are not simply temporary remedies, but are important, soul-healing endeavors. Humor is held up this way in the Zohar as well, where we're taught that without humor, there is no wisdom. And Judaism also teaches Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, that we serve God with joy. And these are just a few of the many texts that uphold the importance of pursuing joy, laughter, and humor in our lives. I believe in these strange and difficult times that are 2020, that it is even more important than ever for us to utilize laughter to elevate our souls. We all should be taking at least a little time every day pursuing laughter. Whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you laugh out loud, makes you forget for a brief moment the difficulties of our world. That is a noble and important thing to spend your time on. So tell jokes, watch funny movies, recall memories that bring back laughter. Do whatever you need to do, and know that finding a way to elevate your life with humor is not frivolous, but it's actually very important and very holy work. May you all laugh out loud a lot this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.